Hello traders. So there's something we've started doing on Trading Kernel on our Algo Traders group on Trading Kernel Stack. I call it time-based trading edge. Now these are high probability setups that are time-based. Okay, we're going to be uploading this once a month, probably on the first of every month, and it's going to give you an edge for the instruments that are likely to move in a certain direction during a certain time. It's that simple. So let's look at our example here, our first example here on Euro GBP from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. All these shirts. Now remember, this is the broker that I'm currently using. So XS, make sure to click on this link and sign up to this broker because the time here is the time on this broker. Okay, so from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. all these shorts. Now let's test this out and see how this plays out in 2025. Okay, so I'm just going to head over to my MT5 and I'm going to change the start time to 18 and then the stop time to 21, right? Yeah, so all these we're going to trade on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So all these here, and we're going to change our bias here to sell mode. Okay, and I'm going to run this here. Euro GBP. Okay, great. Now, this means that if you were actually trading Euro GBP, you were shorting Euro GBP by this time every day in 2025, this is what your result looks like. Okay, now I don't want you to see this as a trading strategy. So automatically, Tony said that, by 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., if I should short Euro GBP by 6 p.m. and close my trade by 9 p.m. every day, I'm going to make money, right? So you start doing that. No, I don't want to see that as a strategy. I want you to see that as a bias or an edge that you can actually use. Okay, so if I head over to the chart now, let's look at the trade. So we made a loss here. We also made a loss here, right? So you can actually place a sell trade here. You have your stop loss maybe at the previous high here and see how it plays out. Okay, you could actually do the same thing here. Use this high, place your stop loss here. I'm just assuming, this is just an assumption. Okay, you could actually do the same thing here, the same thing here, the same thing here, the same thing here. Whatever trading strategy that you can derive out of this. You can even decide to scalp. If you remember, I previously made a video about tick trading using our tick trader during midnight on gold, right? This was how we got it. Okay, so based on time. Okay, although that ship has sailed, right, it no longer works right now, right? But these are the top 8 that works. Okay, so however you decide to trade, you can even use the tick trader, trade based on this time and scalp, and you can actually convert your $100 to maybe $1,000 or even $2,000. It's very possible if you're trading based on this time. Okay, so you can see short here, money, short here, money, short here, money, short here, money, just based on time. Okay, and this is what you would have if you shorted GBP every day from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Okay, and you'll be right about 64% of the time. Okay, 64% of the time, which is very good, right? And the largest trade here is 453. The largest losing trade is 143. You can see the difference. The average profit trade 63 and 47, where you can see from the largest here, it's very significant. Okay, so let's look at the next one here. XAUSD from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. every Wednesday long. Okay, so let's change that. XAUSD. Just on Wednesdays. So we're not trading on Monday, we're not trading on Tuesdays, we're not trading on Thursday, we're not trading on Friday. So just on Wednesday, right? And from 7 to 11. Okay, and I think we are going shorts or long, right? So long here, long. So just buy mode and gonna look this here. So this is what we get if we're trading XAUSD every Wednesday, long positions, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Right? And from backtest, you can see we're right 80% of the time. out of 21 trades, we're right 80% of the time, so 17 wins and 4 losses. Okay, so let's see what the trade looks like. I'm just going to send this to the furthest here. You can see this is what the trade looks like. So buy here, close here, 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 buy here, we made a loss. So we don't make a profit all the time, as you can see. Okay, buy here, close here. So very good, very good, very good bias here on XAU USD. So like I said, do not see this as a strategy. So you just go and buy here and close here. No, do not do that. This is a bias or an edge, right? So you can decide whatever strategy you can decide to use. You know that you're going long during this time frame here. Between here and here, you know that you're going long. Okay? Because 80% of the time, your bias will be correct if you're trading on XAUUSD. Okay? And here's the thing. This bias or this edge would not last forever. We are only trading the top ones. So maybe by the end of June, we are going to have some of these removed and some added. Maybe all of them even removed and some added, right? We are banking on the fact that because these are the top ones, they are also going to work in the month of June. Okay, we are not sure. There's not 100% probability, right? But because they've worked for January, February, March, April, May, they would likely work in June, maybe even in July, right? But hopefully in July, some other ones are going to come up that might probably outperform these ones here. And the ones that outperform would be here. The ones that underperform would be removed. Okay, it's that easy. So the next one here is US 30. So from 11 to 17, every Monday long. Okay, US 30. So let's change that. US 30. Every Monday. So we're not trading on Wednesday, we're trading on Monday. So from from 11 to 17, we go long. And this is what we get. Okay, so we are right about 71% of the time, right? And we are wrong about 28% of the time. Now, however, there's something I noticed on this pair. Okay, so you can see the price actually opened lower here, right? And like I said, when this happens, there is usually a higher probability that the price continues downwards during this time frame here. Okay, so from 11 to 15 on Mondays, the price actually continues lower, as you saw on our back test. But on overall, whenever the price opens higher, it's likely a very good trade on the US 30. Okay, and if you should look at the setups here, you can see that we have 11 to 17 on Monday for US 30. We also have 10 to 16 on Monday for US 500, and we also have 10 to 16 on Monday for US 100. So you can see that they are all looking alike. And you could say that, right? So is this a coincidence? Probably not. Okay, you can also see for the US 30 on Wednesdays here. So from 3 to 9, we have a short bias here. So let's look at that. Okay, gonna open up my settings. Okay, US 30, and I'm gonna change Mondays to Wednesdays here. So we are only trading on Wednesdays. So from 3 to 9, we're changing our bias to short, yes. Okay, so I'm just gonna click on start. And this is what it looks like. So every Wednesday. Okay, so according to our back test, you have a 71% probability of being correct on your bias here and a 28% probability of being wrong. Okay, so if you look at the chart here, let me just close this out. If you look at the chart here, this is what it looks like, right? So short here, close here, the bias here. If you also look at the next one here, So they are quite similar actually, right? So from 3 to 9, 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 3 to 9. And we also have the same thing for the RUS 2000. Okay, same Wednesday, right? 3 to 9 short. Although I'm unable to use my Forex bots to place trades on RUS 2000, right, for some filling mode reason, so you're unable to look at that, but it's probably the same with what you have here on the US 30. Okay, so short, 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 short. Okay, so pretty good setups. Let's see how this plays out in June. Okay, if you want to get this bias, you can head over to Trading Candlestack, join the Algo Traders group. Okay, you don't need to download this. This is probably going to be here throughout the month of June. Okay, so it's indicated here June. Okay, also join our Algo trading group on Trading Kernel. Okay, you can request to join this group, and I'll also be updating you guys on how the trades are going here. Okay, so for example, today we are supposed to place a trade on US 30, US 500, and US 100. Okay, either of them. But like I said, the market opened lower, right? So the probability that the market is going to go up during this duration is very low. So we are not going to place a trade here. Okay, but I'm also interested in placing a trade on Euro GBP today, right? So let's look at Euro GBP here. Going to bring up our market watch here. Let's look for Euro GBP. So we've got Euro GBP here, and the current time right now is 1 p.m. right? And we're looking to place a short trade between 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, so let's see how this goes. I'm going to update you guys on this group here. Okay, if I take the trade or if I don't. Okay, so you can join that group. You can also trade. You can also join the group here. Okay, so you can get this bias. We're going to be uploading bias like this once a month, and hopefully this can be start of a very interesting trading edge that we can have on Trading Candlestack. Okay guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.